All right, there we go. We are live. Thank you for joining me. Oh, I just have my YouTube volume going as well. I was watching the playback, so you might hear a double up for a second there. Sorry about that. It is muted now. All right, well there we go. I do appreciate everybody joining me either now on live or watching the recordings later. And we're in the middle of our Egypt game, which is yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun. We just had the A to Z Egypt video go up on Tuesday, so I got to see a lot of the, at least my opinion of some of the good things and then negative things about Egypt as well. Maybe I do believe that their best victory type is culture, followed maybe by religion after that. So I think what we're going for is definitely going to be a culture victory. I've never done a culture victory in Civ so far. I've got all the other victory types up to now, so I think a culture victory would be good. But although at some point I would like to do a religion victory that is after the Rise and Fall stuff, or actually the patch leading up to Rise and Fall, because the patch just before Rise and Fall, the one with Indonesia and Khmer, introduced a lot of new religion mechanics that I haven't actually done a religion victory since then. So doing one of those would be good. Oh, hey, Medi, how's it going? Well, you just finished part one, so you know, I guess you haven't seen part two yet, which I think went live. You know what? I just realized I put it up at the wrong time. I meant to put it up at 4 o'clock. I think it went up at 6 o'clock. I apologize for that. I should have had it up a little bit sooner so that it could have had more time to watch before the stream. But if you watch part one, this is where we're at now. We've got 4 cities at the moment. So far, as of right now, we share this landmass with nobody but a couple city-states. We have a couple other spots of land, although not a lot of river locations. There's a few here that we've got. There's a couple that Kumasi and Lisbon are on, and then Rockadet over here also has a river location. There's technically some river up here, but I mean that's not really anything to be. Yeah, there's just nothing there. But there's a couple more city sites, so I guess we could put some other cities up that just don't have the river bonus, which is fine. A lot of good mountains though, so that's going to be good for us. Obviously, like I said, there's another river over here as well. We have talked about, and some people have suggested, you know, taking out Kumasi or Lisbon or both. I really do like Kumasi's bonus though. Trade routes to any city-state provide 2 culture and 1 gold for every special district in the origin city. I mean, we are going to have some trade routes with other nations, but you know, until we've got just nothing but trade routes with other nations, you know, as options, and I think keeping Kumasi around for a little bit is going to be a pretty nice thing to have. Lisbon is maybe a little bit less important in some contexts, although it will also help our international trade routes with other people, and that our trade units are immune to being plundered. So we'll have to think if we want to go after one of these guys and get rid of them. So, hey, Aaron, how's it going? Thanks for joining us. You know, I'm going to move the chat window so I can see it a little bit better. Let's see, make sure I get all my windows situated the way I want them. All right, there we go. Now I can see the chat. I can see everything. Cool. So where were we? We just finished building the Oracle. I'm not sure if it was in the first episode or the second one, but we did build it last stream. So that's a really good wonder for us. It's going to get us a lot more great people. We're working on currently the Apadana, however you say that, which will get us more envoys every time we build a wonder, which we're planning on building a lot of wonders. So, you know, hopefully, you know, if we can get this one, that's going to be awesome. I'm not planning on rushing this one with any more chops or anything like that, because it's a good one. I'll be glad to have it, but I'm not necessarily as critical as some of the other ones, so I'm not too worried about necessarily rushing that one out, which is fine. We have a couple more spots for wonders or districts over here by Rockadet, but we're also going to need to stick some over here by Swinitz, however you want to say that. So we definitely want to get this one built up, you know, on the production side of things, because we have a lot of good locations here. Other than that, Thebes is going to have a few locations for some possible wonders or districts along the river. This is our most recent city. It has no river locations, unfortunately, but it should still be a pretty decent city overall. And we'll eventually probably stick some up here as well. Yeah, that's where we are. Which victory am I aiming for? Culture victory is the goal. I've never won one, and all the time I've played Civ 6, I've tried a couple, just haven't been able to finish one. So that's kind of the goal at the moment. 2 turns away from currency. Just swapped over to recorded history. Build 2 campus districts. Yeah, I don't know if that'll happen or not anytime soon, because again, we are focusing more on culture than science. But we will have some campus districts, obviously. And right here, we're building a theater district. That's fine. We just chopped and built. So that's good. No, I think everything's good. Let's go ahead and hit next turn. How much money we got? We got enough money. Let's see if we can make you guys a little happier with us, because we would like to have allies. Egypt's it's a little bit more about allies than war making, even though she's got some pretty good war, you know, combat, you know, unit. But it's not going to help us on the island over here, so unless we go after the city-states. But so I think I'm okay with trying to play friendly with some of these other guys. Oh, you can't accept my delegation. What about you? Okay, fair enough. I didn't want to send my delegation to you anyway. Did victory, religious victory twice with Arabia and another with Egypt. Yeah, religious victory with Egypt is probably a pretty good one, for sure. My religious victory was with Arabia, right? Yes, that was the very first one I played, and then I did a domination victory with Brazil, which was a little weird because, I mean, not necessarily weird, because Brazil does have some pretty good stuff going for it, but they could be a good culture victory as well. And then I tried a culture victory as England. Had a pretty rough start, and actually wasn't that far off from maybe getting one, but just didn't really have a good start, to be honest, and just got beat to that one. I think they got a science victory before I got my culture or something like that. So we'll see if we can do better this time around. Let's go and hit next turn, get things rolling. Nope, I'm not on Twitch. Thing with Twitch is that you have to have like a certain number of followers and certain partner status and things like that in order to be able to get like the max level and like frame rates and I don't know, all the different, like, to be able to have the best Twitch experience as a recorder or as a streamer, you've got to be like this partner thing, which means you've got to like go through all the loops of like the, you know, dealing with stuff for a while. Whereas YouTube, just like, oh yeah, come on, we'll give you the max bandwidth you possibly want. Just stream at whatever frame rate or whatever, you know, resolution you want to stream at. We're good. So and overall, for a brand new streamer, YouTube is ultimately better. But definitely Twitch definitely has the following as a whole for gamers. So if you've got an established, like those guys that are already established on Twitch, there's no reason for them to leave Twitch. And obviously, if I were to ever establish a streaming community, I suppose I could always switch to Twitch, and if they followed me, then okay, that's probably okay. But for a brand new streamer, it's just not worth trying to mess with Twitch. Just they have too many restrictions at the moment. Whereas YouTube's just like, yeah, we'll give you whatever you want. Plus, obviously, everybody that I already have is already on YouTube. You're gonna come over here and I guess hook this up. How is our what am I looking for? Amenities are okay. We need some more housing though. But I think in the meantime, I think hooking this up is probably a good idea. Actually, where are you going? You're not going anywhere. Arabia is good for a lot of victories, but yeah, pretty easy religious victory for sure. Definitely. Hey, Hagape, how's it going? Thank you for joining us. All right, you, Mr. Builder. I don't remember what I was doing with you. I'll be honest. I had you moving over here for something. I don't remember what it was. I mean, I could chop some forests to rush some stuff, which is not a bad idea because I'm going to want to clear out this spot anyway for a future district or wonder anyway. So you know what? Yeah, we'll chop. Chop, chop, chop. Take advantage of all the jungle and stuff that we have to get a pretty good head start here. Everything else is good. There's our commercial hubs. Very important for us as Egypt. Egypt should have one of the strongest economies in the game when it's all said and done. And 33 gold per turn, honestly, I think is a pretty good start. And that's even before we've got, you know, any good trade routes going. So I'm pretty happy with that. We can go and get the wheel. We do have a couple guys on the river, obviously, so getting the watermill up, but also having the Chariot Archer at least available, I think is a generally good idea. Also, alternatively, I mean, any wonders that we can get in this era are going to be good for us. So there's always obviously the option of going for pyramids and things like that. Let's do the wheel first, though. I think that's fine. It's only going to take 2 turns. That's nothing. All right, you're good there. You got 3 builds left. Could send you up over here to start hooking some of that up as well, which I actually think I will do. Let's go ahead and hook up the olives, maybe the copper and the elephants as well. How are we looking towards next era progress? Current score is 20. Yeah, oh, that's right. We're in a dark age right now. So if we can get to the golden age, 7 more points, we'll get into a heroic age. It's a heroic age. That would probably be pretty good time to get a heroic age going into the classical era, I suppose. Or sorry, not the classical. The what's that classical? Medieval. Thank you. Medieval era. Kind of getting some heroic age. Kind of getting into some of these other wonders and things. That might not be too bad. How different are our tactics standard? Sorry, I can't talk. How different are tactics on standard speed versus online speed? Okay, the biggest difference, by far the biggest difference between speed is combat. That's the biggest difference by far. Everything else is basically a percentage of itself. Okay, if the number of turns is half as many turns as, you know, from one versus the other, well then it's going to take half as long to build anything. Okay, that's fine. But it will still take me, you know, 20 turns to get across this island, no matter what speed my game is at. So if my game has got 250 turns total, I just spent 10% of my game just walking across this island. Whereas if I have 1,000 turns in the game, then walking across this island is a very, very small part of the game. So the fact that you can move a lot more and do a lot more with your units on the longer game speeds means that if you really like combat, then the longer game speeds are going to let you do a lot more with combat, or a lot more with each era as well, each era of units and things like that. But the shorter game speed, obviously, there's benefits of that as well. Just get in and get something done, kind of go with it. Definitely a lot of multiplayer games, I think, are going to be good with the online game speed. Just kind of get in and just go at each other and just kind of have a quick bout, or so to speak. So, I mean, games like StarCraft. I've been watching some StarCraft 2 player game, multiplayer games. I mean, you don't want a StarCraft 2 map going an hour and a half. I mean, that's just boring and it's slow. So you want that to kind of be sped up a little bit. And so they kind of have some restrictions to kind of keep it down to about the 20 to 30 minute range. I don't remember exactly the limits they put in place, but the games like that, where they put restrictions in to keep it short. So I think the online game speed there's a benefit there, but I think if you're playing by yourself, definitely, if you like the combat, keep it up on a little bit higher speeds. I am doing good, Mr. Farrell. Thank you for joining us. All right, what is next? We got 15 turns here, 12, 1. So Granary's going to be good. Get some housing over there. These 2 cities do not have good housing, unfortunately. All right, what do I want you to build? I mean, a commercial hub would be really good. Although if I'm going to do that, I'm going to put it on the tile over here, which I could buy. It's not a terrible idea. Alternatively, I could just go straight for a theater district as well. Kind of leaning towards buying this, put a commercial hub. Alternatively, this could be a good place for a harbor at some point in the future, now that I think about it. So I think I might actually reserve a harbor spot right there between those 2 next to the city. That actually sounds good. Where's my ships? I have a ship, don't I? Maybe I don't. I thought I did. I forget. I get all my games confused, so I kind of forget which one I've built a ship on or not. Maybe I haven't built a ship. You know what? Let's build a ship then. Let's go find some more people. Recently an RTS fanboy. That's good.
Sometimes the wheel turns slowly, but it...
All right, research. Building a quarry, I could get that actually done pretty quickly. Because I got some stone available. In fact, you know what? Let's do that. Let's actually reroute this guy. Ooh, I'd have to put him here to buy this tile. Oh, but there's a warrior there. Go away, warrior. I could put him here and try and buy out to that tile, but that's a lot more buying. I mean, I still will want the stone at some point for sure. If I was going to go that route, though, I would come up here and cut this guy off that direction. How much is this one? 125. Now, presumably that would kick the warrior off anyway. Let's go that route. Just to make sure neither one of those guys gets, gets these tiles. Plus, it really kind of makes sure I can kind of have a little bit of a path between my cities anyway. Let's just go have you hook that up. That'll work. I think still going with just one more culture is still going to be fine. It's about 10%, well, not true 10%, probably about 8% more culture. So one culture at this level is still worth something to me. Could move you to get some more roads somewhere else, but I think this is going to be fine. All right, Galley's coming. Theater Square's coming. I'd never build theater squares this early. This whole culture mindset's crazy. You don't like the fact that I don't have any really good navies or anything. Hello, religious guys. What do I want you to do? Okay, go ahead and get an archer out if I want to be aggressive against these guys, but I still don't know if I have to rush that right now. About to lose my pantheon if this guy brings up his religion, unfortunately. Get some cheap culture that way. Just go amphitheater. Let's just go crazy on the culture. I'm just going to change my mindset. I normally skip those and wait and delay and things like that. I'm not going to do it this time. I know, already missionary spam. That is insane. That is a quick missionary spam. Like, I'm like not even... I don't think I'm even going to have a religion, right? Yeah, not even going for religion this time around. They're all done. I'll just have to take his religion. What is his religion, actually? Well, I'd be happy to have it. More food. Which is fine. Actually, wait a minute. I don't know if I get the watts. Actually, the watt could help me supplement some of my science. Because I'm not going to have that much science. That might not be too bad. I'm just going to hook that up. Get the boosted masonry. Save a couple of turns off of science. Again, since my science is probably going to be lagging a little bit behind, that is probably fine. Getting us in a scientific alliance probably going to be a good idea pretty early on. All right. Yeah, let's go ahead and hook this up. It's going to be okay. Need to get some more builders out soon. A lot more stuff to hook up. Oh, there's one. I was going to hook that one up. That's right. Totally forgot about that. That's all right. We got masonry. We're good. I could buy out and start building pyramids right here. Do I want to? And pyramids are pretty nice. Maybe not quite as critical for, Egypt as some of the other civilizations like China. But still pretty nice. I could definitely chop it out pretty quickly as well. Really? It's not going to give me a valid location? Because can I not afford that or something? Because usually it would tell you and let you buy it, wouldn't it? Or is that only for districts? Oh, I guess it's only for districts. I don't think I want to do pyramids right now. I don't know that I need to rush it. Pyramids are good. But I don't think they're critical for us. What would be critical for us? Jebel Barkal. Terracotta Army. All archaeologists from the owner may enter foreign lands without open borders. That one's pretty nice for us. Petra obviously is always fun. I don't know if it's necessarily critical. Great Lighthouse, actually. Great Lighthouse would be really good, I think. More movement for naval districts or naval units plus 3 gold. Well, not super critical. Colossus, though. We need a harbor district, though. So we need to get celestial navigation to even have a chance at Colossus. All right, let's go up that route then. Let's get up to celestial navigation. We're going to want to get a harbor up anyway to get some trade routes with some of our other people, because we obviously have got nobody on land here. And then maybe double back over to shipbuilding. Getting a second galley actually would be a really good move. Save us a lot of science. But since Egypt gets to build on... Okay, I see what you're saying. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, I see what you're saying. That may be what's happening there. Because of the fact that Egypt can build on floodplains anyway. That's alright. Like I said, I mean, it's a good wonder. It is a good wonder. I could even build it over here, presumably. But I just don't know if it's critical. I'd rather get Colossus. If I was going to get any wonder, I'd rather beeline towards Colossus and plan out where I want to put that instead. All right. You know, I actually make my way to do the camp before I do the copper. Any one of these would be fine. Honestly, I just need to get more builders. All right, granary, more cities. I'd like to fill out, obviously, all of this stuff. Maybe in a city right here in the middle wouldn't be terrible. As much because, I'm a Sagittarius. History is the version of past events. I'll check the things in a second. As much because, actually, is there even a plot spot in there? Let's see. There actually technically is a spot right there in the middle. As much because there's still some mountain tiles that we could kind of take advantage of for, like, like a good, halfway decent campus, because we're going to need some science. Obviously a city over here would still be good. I could stick a city down here. There's only a couple wonders that can take advantage of the desert, though, so that would be a little scary. But I think a city up here is definitely a given. Let's see here. Let's put it... Honestly, I think just right here in the middle of all this, so that way I can chop all this stuff around it. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. Still get the fish, still get the crabs, although crabs are also within range of that. Be able to get the sheep and the rice right off the bat. It's not like an amazing city, but I'll just call it silly one. But it's definitely an option. And then what else could we do? Let's see. I don't know why it went away. I mean, just for the sake of having some more stuff filled in, I will go ahead and put a pin there, but I don't think that'll be like a early city. Wish this didn't keep hiding on me. Up here, do I bother putting a city next to this river? It could technically work its way out to the iron at some point. Could also work the amber. Kind of a weird place to put one, though. Let's ignore that for just a moment. Let's come over here. Maybe here where this forest is, be able to get the wheat right away, or maybe on this side of it. Might be better. Although that does lose the fish over here. Would this one get the fish? No. I could also just put on top of one of the wheat. Or the horses. I could put it over here. 1, 2, 3. Still wouldn't get the fish. What about up here? Like putting anywhere off the coast is going to be rough for housing. 2 iron though. I got to get up here to this iron at some point. I don't know what I'm going to do over here. There's some... It's almost like I would just be putting there just to say I put it there. I don't know if there's anything just amazing over here. Some more olives, fine. Some wheat, okay. The iron, though, would be probably pretty good to pull in, just to have. Maybe over here. What kind of tile is this? This is all desert, isn't it? It is all desert hills, though. Wow. Interesting. Huh. Plains Hills tile. Put Petra out here and have some bunch of Desert Hills tiles. 1, 2, 3. No, we wouldn't be able to get over to that Desert Hills tile, though. I could build on this Desert Hills. I don't know. I'll have to come back to that. I'm okay with these two at some point. I don't know if there's anything down here. If we don't get the Desert Wonders, then it's not worth it. Alright, choose civic. Any good wonders here that I want to go for? There's Temple, Mahabodhi Temple. Nothing critical. Colosseum is nice, actually. Colosseum provides 2 of the following: culture, loyalty return, and amenities to each city within 6 tiles. That's actually really good. Especially if I like stuck that, like if that was what this city's purpose was, just to stick the Colosseum in here and give some stuff all around everywhere. It could work. Well, let's go ahead and take that anyway. I mean, even if we complete it all the way through, that's fine. We're not getting construction anytime soon. Construction is way over here. Yeah, we're just going to finish that one all the way through. That's fine. Governor title. Do I want to get a new governor or pop one of the ones I've got now? Let's see. These are the 3 governors I've got. Settle on the Mercury and Petra on the other side of the river. That might work, actually. That would be, if you got Petra, that would make it a really cool tile, really cool city. The iron and the Petra and stuff. Oh, but that's a bold move up there. We'll see. I'll have to see if I can plan that out. I'd have to be pretty aggressive, I think, going after that. There's no chopping really for that city, unfortunately, so I'd really have to be counting on the adjacency to the river to give me the extra 15%. So, acquire new tiles faster. Harbor Master. I will want to get Harbor Master as soon as I get that harbor up there at some point, but I don't think I need to get that just yet. Towards constructing districts. I don't think that's going to be relevant right this second. Growth is okay. I may just pop a new one. Pengala is going to be good at some point. We're going to need some culture coming in at some point anyway. Amani, just get some more. You know what? Let's get some Amani. We may use her as an actual diplomat this time around, though. In fact, I've already got suzerain there. Let's get the suzerain for Lisbon, just because we can. Why not? For now. Hi, Nico. How's it going? Thanks for joining us. All right. Galley coming out in 1 turn. That's great. Still making pretty large amount of money considering. There's, oh, Apadana. No, that's all right. Like I said, I wasn't going to cry about it. It's still frustrating to lose one after you've put a lot into it, but that's okay. That probably means we can go right into another district and just, I was going to say build it in 1 turn right here. Or anything in 1 turn. What to build? Build a theater district right there. Don't get a campus just so I'm not like super suffering. But the holy site over there as well. I don't know. I'm not sure which one I want to build. Anything I can finish in 1 turn. So I can also finish one of these things in 1 turn, but honestly, Ancestral Hall would probably be the way I might go. Just because getting a little bit more production towards settlers and then getting a free builder, it's actually kind of cool. I don't know, what do you guys think? Should I put a campus or a holy site over here, or like a commercial hub or a theater square over here? Like, which side do you think? We'll come back to that. I'll let you guys voice some opinion. Meanwhile, over here, I'm actually going to have you go ahead and roll into a second galley, just so we get that second one out, because that will definitely help us with the techs. Ooh, you know what? I'm actually not going to do you there, because I've already got that improved, that resource improved. If I improve this resource, that will give me the boost for navigation. Oh, was it really 4 turns on pyramids? Are you serious? I wasn't even paying attention. 4 turns on pyramids. I would have to buy out to this tile, one of these tiles over here, presumably. It has to be desert without hills, yeah. So it'd have to be this tile over here. 4 turns on pyramids. I don't know. What do you guys think? I actually kind of like that. That's actually not bad. I mean, what's worse? That happens. The pyramids gets built by somebody else, and then we just roll that production into something else. I'm kind of leaning towards 4-turn pyramids, actually. Great libraries could be a good way for us to get caught up or stay caught up with science as well, though. But 13 turns is kind of a little bit eh. I like the 4 turns pyramid one so far. I did not even see that. Good catch. All right, you get out that way. All right, you change your mind? All right, 4-turn pyramid. Let's go for it. Like I said, if we miss it, then we just roll into the next thing. No harm, no foul. I'm assuming that's how it works. It's just another wonder that I missed. So, these aren't desert, right? These are just pure jungle, right? Yep. All right, let's do that. And pyramids. And hey, every wonder we get is more tourism later. So that is really cool. In fact, we're already generating tourism now. A little bit from this one. So every wonder we get more. Yeah, good call. I like that. 4 turn on pyramid. It's not right next to a river, so we're not getting the 15% bonus. But hey, who cares? It's already got a huge chunk towards it. All right. Production salvage. We salvaged 136 production. I'm glad it did it used to show this? I don't remember it showing us the production salvage before. I feel like that's new. Unless I've just completely ignored that every time it's come up before. That's not what I wanted. I want to check this. 22. So we got 14 turns to get 5 more points. All right, cool. Next turn. A quick way for us to get some more builders would be to get that government thing and just make some more cities. That would be like a 2-for-1 type of thing. You don't think it's new? I don't remember seeing the actual value there before. It's crazy. Oh, there's Great Lighthouse. I mean, would have been nice, not critical to our strategy necessarily, so it's okay. I'm okay with that.